Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and we're not wasting any time today. We're going to go right into the gameplay. This is Elden Ring. I kind of did this review first, for you guys. I recorded it, then I played it for another 2.5 to 3 hours, just because I want to give you guys the honest, verdict in the end. So anyways, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so we're going to be looking here. Let me just shut this off here. Let me just look over here and see what I got. So you guys could see key bindings. I put it on 4K, UHD. Just trying to see some things here. Dog's driving me nuts. So everything's set to maximum. And we're gonna start to play. So here you go. These are like the classes. So different types of classes of things here. Bandit, astrologer. So all kinds of different ones. I mean, I want to do samurai, but right now I'm gonna probably choose warrior. But each of them has like a pretty cool class, and you could double class that you could choose or whatever. But look at that wrench. Hero, Confessor, Vagabond, and Warrior. So we're gonna just go into this. See how the heck this turns out. Type A and B. So I'm thinking A is probably the the male, and B is obviously the female. Now I'm gonna tell you something just off the bat. Looking at them, they look like something from like Generation 3. Not the new gen, but like PlayStation 3 type graphics. That's at least what I have to say here. Now, I did get a chance to play the game a little earlier before, and I gotta say, I mean, it's like a Souls game with a couple of cool features I'm gonna show you here. But I like that you could, I'll take my time actually and try to mess with these a little bit. But you got templates, you got that to make it look a little like you as much as you want. Of course, he has all that gear on his face and everything. I don't know how that's going to even look anything remotely, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, you can see some of the templates they have here. So pretty awesome. But I just, I'm going to just start this game, give you guys a little 1-2, and then I'll pretty much shut up because I want you guys to hear the intro. So we'll see how this works here. Elden Ring. Remember when they first announced it, I actually thought it had everything to do with Lord of the Rings. Kind of gives you that feel though. The old school games I used to love playing. So, not talking right now, just watch this.
Tell a story. Was shattered in our home, across the lands between. Now, Marika the Eternal, Queen Marika the Eternal, is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Night,
Just gonna say, just really feels like a Lord of the Rings game.
was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods, claimed the shard of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, who yet live, ye dead, who yet live. The call of long lost grace, the call of long lost grace, to us all, speaks to us all. Horaloo of the Badlands, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever brilliant Gold Mask, fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
So I am going to say this, loading, you know, not really a fan of the loading here, the loading times, you know, pretty long, I don't know, I'm going to say about 10 seconds, and if you look, I mean, look at the fingers, very polygon-ish, very generation, you know, like PlayStation 3-ish quality. I'm not going to say PlayStation 2, because there's obviously more smoothing in it, but very PlayStation 3 types of graphics behind it. And of course, you know, being a Souls game, you're going to have larger-than-life bosses and stuff like that. And, well, you know, that's... The story is pretty cool. In this one, aside from, like, a Souls game, this one has the most type of exploration in the game. It's almost like they want you to explore it. You even get like this horse-like character, sort of like in Breath of the Wild. You kind of get that feeling of a Breath of the Wild game, to be honest with you. You even have resting places and all that, which was there before. But I'm just saying, you know, it gives you that, you know, thing. So it looks pretty cool here. I probably should have made the settings on to make it more lighter. I hate it when they say make it look, you know, where you barely could view the sign and then you do it and it ends up being dark like this. So I'm going to have to probably raise that. Got to learn the controls here a little bit. But you could tell the mechanics, the way they move, all of that looks very PlayStation 3-ish. Now, I think it's up to 4 players on multiplayer, so that should be fun. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have an issue with frame jumping everywhere, where a lot of people were reporting slow frame rates and all that. And, you know, I get it. Like, that would be really crappy to have in a game, especially when everything here, if you know how Souls games are, they're very delayed. So that could become sort of an issue. But you see, here we go. So I'm recording the game, and for some reason, I'm seeing myself how it looks. For some reason, it looks like it's frame jumping, but it really isn't in the game. And now I'm playing, obviously, on PC. I got a beefed up PC, so I have no issue with that. But what I mean by frame skipping is... and you see, like, this is what I love about Souls game. The bosses are larger than life. And much like every Souls game, be prepared to die a ton. And I'm just learning the controls here, so not that good at it here. But what I'm trying to say is this thing looks a lot like PlayStation 3 graphics, you know. I don't know. And then you have the ambience of it, which actually looks better than, I would say, normal, I guess. Better than a PlayStation 3. I don't know what to tell you, but that's the truth. Like, I'm not... This graphically will not, like, if you're looking for a game with high graphics and all that, I don't think this would be the one. If you're looking for a high exploration type game like Skyrim, or, I mean, here they literally force you to explore. You even have, like, that horse-like character to explore, to make it easier for you to explore through. But really, that's what this game is. It's all about exploration. You can go to hard bosses and stuff. I know so many people that told me they rage quit. One of them told me they completely broke their computer by kicking it. Unbelievable, but hey, we all been there when we were younger. The thing is, I am going to say this.
Don't worry,
if the character, like if the person you're going against, the boss you're going against is going to be difficult,
found him here.
just leave. You know, leave and wait till you get more powerful, and then you could get back to him and beat him up again. It's not a problem. So, you know, a lot of people always rage quit these soul games and all of that stuff. I never rage quit it because pretty much I knew you could always come back to it. So if you're forced to fight a boss and, you know, you're forced to do it, then, you know, obviously you got no choice. But in this type of game here, you could just leave and just, you know, go elsewhere in another route, and, you know, you'll face some other boss that's easier, and, you know, learn to build yourself up. Like, this is really what this game is about. If you guys remember when World of Warcraft came out, a lot of people said, oh, it's a bunch of senseless mining and killing, you know, like crappy enemies and all of that. The truth of the matter is, most of the people that did the time, you guys know, they put a lot into their level, you know, into their levels. And, you know, here I think the level cap's at 120 or something. I'm not sure. But that's what I mean. Like, in this game, you really have to build yourself. Focus on building yourself more than beating the game. This isn't necessarily a game that you go and you want to beat it right away. It's a game that's going to take you, because if you think that's one of those games, then you definitely got the wrong game. This game is all about exploration, building your character up, and then eventually, sort of like Skyrim, really. I mean, I loved Skyrim, but that's what I mean. It's like you just building your character up, you're taking your in this, actually it's more exploration than that. So in this game, you really want to explore, you really want to kind of go into every crevice you could find, every little thing, and, you know, try to level up, try to be, you know, build up your character as much as possible, and then afterwards you can just, you know, nobody will stand a chance against you. But that's the thing. So this is one of the things I love about this game, is now the fact that they let you crouch, which is pretty cool. The other game, you know, obviously the other Souls games I don't think had crouch, but here you could sneak up just like Breath of the Wild, like I told you guys. So something to think about here. So pretty cool. Drinking up, filling up your energy, and there's the rest periods. You know, they have rest periods throughout the game. I keep pressing that button accidentally, and it's really ticking me off. You see, you really got to explore this game. I don't have patience, usually for games like this. I really don't. But if it keeps me, and you know, keeps me to the point where I keep being interactive with stuff and all that, I would love it. But in this, it's pretty much straightforward. You can't just climb rocks. You can't do anything. Kind of gives you that really old-fashioned gameplay where you're like, I don't know. It's just not a game that I personally, it's, you know, my type of game. But I'm really liking it. But just like, you know, every Souls game, you're gonna have bosses larger than life, and then you're gonna have enemies all that look exactly the same. Now in this game, the thing that I hate the most, and you're gonna find out, is that even when you go past, let's say right here, we're going past like some enemies, we're beating them, and we're, you know, putting them through whatever. When you come back, they're exactly in the same area they were, and they're alive again. And here's the stupid part. You know, like where it tells you what to do, like a tutorial that shows up, it'll show up again. You see, like tutorials like this, and it'll show up again as if you never beat them in the first place, which is so mind-numbingly stupid. Which, you know, that's what annoys me about this game a lot. But this game is very cool. Like, you can, you know, hang out with your friends, do, you know, play a game together, and, you know, even at yourself, try to explore it. And here's the deal. You buy this game, if you're not a person that buys games every time, like for this channel, I buy games like, you know, whenever I get a request, I keep buying games before I could even beat them, you know. But if you're looking for a game and you don't want to spend money, especially right now with, you know, the way things are going in the world, you know, you don't want to spend too much money. You want to get a game that's going to last you a long time. This game's really the one to get because it's going to take you a long time to beat it. Well, let me rephrase that. A long time to beat it properly, where you're enjoying the game, building up your character, and so on and so forth. I bet you soon there's going to be like a speed run on this. But that's what I mean. This game is really, really cool if you're willing, you know, if you need to, you know, you need a game that's going to last you a while. This game definitely is something I highly recommend. They do have annoying aspects to it, like the respawning of enemies in the same place, and then they give you the tutorials, again, that just interrupt the hell out of me, and I can't tell you how much I hate that. But that's just, you know, that's that, so something, you know. And the thing that puzzles me the most is I'm cracking boxes in this game and there's no hidden anything in it, which is kind of stupid. Oh man. Okay, I'm definitely going to want to come back to this dude and do some damage afterwards, but we'll see what happens. And I hate these pop-up tutorials, I swear. I know there's probably a way to shut this off, but I didn't do it. I can't hate that even. I can't hate that anymore, believe me. I love this. Watch this. Oh, that felt good. Sneak it up. I gotta tell you, I love that. Horizon Dawn also has that, where you're sneaking up to the animals and doing stuff. It's just, it makes it pretty cool, because I love the stealthy part of any game. Like, I think stealth keeps you, like, interested, because it's hard, and you gotta... Yeah, I remember in, was it Return to Castle Wolfenstein, there was an entire stage where if any of the Nazis catch you, they actually put, what do you call, alarm automatically, and then you lose, and you gotta do the game all over, you know, that level all over again. And it just kind of trained you. Oh my god, look at this. I don't know what the dodge button is here. Gotta learn the controls on this damn thing. Now, there is something also in every Souls game that you should know. Button to action delay, if that makes any sense. You're pressing a button, and you have to time it. You see, like, I just couldn't... Well, I don't even know what the heck the dodge button is. I gotta mess with this thing here. Oh, God, I'm prepared to lose a lot. If I know how to dodge, believe me, I wouldn't lose to this idiot. But, I gotta learn that here. But what I'm trying to say is, the timing is horrible on Souls games, and it's really horrible in this game too, where you're pressing the button. I mean, if you learn the timing, you'll know what to do, but, you know, you'll kind of get the rhythm of the game and you'll be fine, but learning that rhythm is just annoying, because as you're starting the game, you're going to find yourself losing the bosses because of this, like I just did right now. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm trying to run away here in circles and then just nail them. The best thing to do, I think, is while he swings, is just hit him. But I see, if I knew how to dodge, that would have been great. He's gonna see, like something like that, and then I love how they don't even rest. Like, even though, you know, in some games you're on the floor, you have a little bit of, you know, invincibility. This, no, he could just run you through. Alright, I think I know what the dodge button is, which means he's dead. So we're just going to play that one more time, so I'm just going to show you how I kill him. But again, it's mastering the rhythm which is incredibly annoying in this game. Because you're going to lose to a lot of, you know, unless you go to easy enemies, you're going to get hit a lot. I mean, there's this boss that knocks you out with one shot, I think. Look at that. Oh, this is so hard, but... Come on. Easy schmeezy. You just need to know how to do the dodge, and once you dodge, it becomes pretty easy. You wait till they swing, you get away, and do it again. Okay, now we got this. Look at that. Going round, round, and around. That's what you do. I mean, once you figure out how to do the dodging, everything's a cinch, because you got to get the rhythm down, though. Once you get that rhythm down, because it has a lot of delay. I mean, it literally feels like an old-fashioned game, which ticks me off a lot. I don't like saying old-fashioned. Old-fashioned games are good. But like an old-quality game that didn't focus too much on controls. That's what this game kind of reminds me of. And look at that. They appear all over again in the same place. And you'll see the tutorials now. It's going to go there again. It's incredibly annoying. Oh, God. These guys, I mean, they're so easy to kill, but they make good practice for you when you're starting off. So I really love that they put that in there. That's pretty cool. Look at that. The sword goes right through them. You see what I mean? Poor controls, guys. Poor controls, not so good graphics. But, yeah, this game is engaging. There's no doubt. And there's my vengeance. I want to go back to him because I want to do what I wanted to do to him. And I'm a perfectionist, so we'll just stick it in him here and call it a day. He goes all the way down. Yep, he did it. Okay. I feel better. Anyways, let's go for the final cut. So guys, what do I think of the game? Well, I'm going to be straight up with you as always. I'm not a paid-for reviewer, so you guys know I always give you guys the absolute truth. This game is not one of my favorite games. Definitely not. Now, if you're a Souls fan and you absolutely love that kind of gameplay where, you know, you press a button and it takes about 2 seconds for the action to occur, if you don't mind a bit slow gameplay, long, boring journeys, because you are going to have plenty of that, you know, then yeah, this game is probably the best for you. But if you're looking for a quick beat 'em up, or, you know, I want to beat the game 1, 2, 3, this is not the game for you, definitely. I do love this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving it, actually. At the beginning, I didn't like it so much. Obviously, the bosses are larger than life, but that wasn't the issue. It's the repetitiveness of these regular enemies that look exactly the same, and they respawn right afterwards, and then the stupid pop-up tutorials, which I'm sure you could shut off, turn on also. It's like you never beat them in the first place. I'm just not really a fan of that. I like to have variety constantly. I mean, now you're playing Breath of the Wild. I love Breath of the Wild, and it's kind of the same thing. You have your big bosses, and then you have your regular guys that look all the same, and that's fine. You kind of get used to it, but Breath of the Wild is much quicker. There's better response times. In this, you kind of got to master the rhythm a little bit. Now, I didn't have any frame jumping around. I know a lot of people did. And in this game, you know, and like every other Souls game, many people rage quit, and I beat them all. And I got to tell you, even though I beat them all, and I wasn't a big fan of those games, I liked playing them. And, you know, especially when you didn't have that much money to buy new games every freaking time. So what, you know, you buy a game that could last you a real long time, like Skyrim or Breath of the Wild or even this. So my pointers to you guys is very simple. In this game, they do have a sneak up function and all that, but I'm saying if you get a boss that's too hard for you, ditch him. Come back and build yourself up. That's really the strategy of the game here. Building your character up from the ground up and building them and, you know, slowly building them to become stronger enough to battle you know, all the characters out there. Now, I think it was Guild Wars. It was kind of the same thing as Guild Wars. If you guys remember, that game is like World of Warcraft, but it was free and, you know, by the original creators of the Diablo 1 and 2, when they used to work for Blizzard before they quit or got fired or whatever. They did a great job on that game, and it was kind of the same thing. You go into a boss, you're going to rage quit a billion times because you're going to lose a billion times, no matter who you have on your team. But if you see that, you know, you're not making it there, don't feel so down. Those bosses will be there. They're not going anywhere. You just go back to them when you're ready to do it and just build your character up and you're good to go. I actually am liking this game the more I'm playing it. The graphics are not the best in the world, unfortunately. It does feel like PlayStation 3 graphics. I'm not even going to say PlayStation 4. You could see the blockiness in the characters. Some of the characters, their movements look way off and doesn't look really fluid or, organic. It looks kind of like some made-up cheap animation. I wasn't a big fan of that, but when you start to immerse yourself in this world, and you could see that's what really this game's about. It's about the exploration. So you really got to explore a lot. I think that's why they even gave you that horse-like character to just go around and just speed up the conquest by going everywhere and to explore the maps and kind of unlock things. And I think that's really what's cool about it. They have their resting spots and all of that stuff. It's a great game to play. Now, especially right now, the way things are going in the world, you want to get a game that's going to last you a long time. This is definitely the game to get. I kid you not. It's a game that's going to last an incredibly long amount of time, especially if you want to build your character up correctly and beat the game correctly, properly and, explore every crevice of the game. This game's the way to go. So what am I going to give it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Now, why? Even though I enjoy the game, I don't even mind the repetitiveness because they exist in every game today, unfortunately. It's the delay, button delays, the fact that the bosses are larger than life, but they can kill you, they have instant kills and stuff like that. And you need to really, kind of those delays, they're kind of hard to get used to the rhythm of the game. Plus, a lot of you guys reported frame rate issues in home consoles and stuff. I'm playing it on PC. I didn't experience that, but a lot of people do. They experience frame skips and stuff. If these bosses are hard and you got to master timing and already the buttons, to action timing is off, what the hell's a frame jump's going to do? It's going to be horrible. So I can't honestly recommend the game to you and say this is a must buy. I think if you wait a little while, what is it, G2, G4, something, I forgot, G4, G4A, something, whatever what it's called. They have other websites out there that sells you like used games and stuff that somebody played it and then they sell you the code. You could save so much money just by doing that, or just wait it out and wait till it goes down in price and then you'll play it and it's fine. I haven't played the multiplayer mode, to be honest. Some of my friends did, and they said it was poor, while some said it was really cool. So what I mean by poor is maybe they had a bad connection, maybe something else. It didn't work out the way they thought it would, and it just didn't really add up. Everything in the game, I kind of enjoy. So I'm going to say it's a good game, a great game to play. I think you guys with the different classes will love to play this game. Would it have repeat, play on it after you beat it? I don't know. I usually like these games, and when I play it through, these big, long games like Skyrim and stuff, I swore I would never play it, and then it came out for the Switch, and I played it. I think, so you guys are going to be, like Witcher, I did the same. You guys are going to probably want to play this way down, after you beat it, you'll wait a ton of time and then play it again. This is just my point of view. I'm not a paid-for reviewer. I'm telling you guys the absolute truth from my point of view. I'd like for you guys to comment below. That's what this channel is about. It's the people's channel. I opened this in the first place. The only reason is to give people honest reviews, to sift through all those paid-for idiot reviewers that giving you guys fake, that are giving you guys fake information and all of that stuff. And, all of these things that are happening, they tell you things are good when it's not. I don't do that. I tell you guys, I wanted to help the community at large, and I want all of us to do it together. You guys offered me Patreon services and everything, and I love you and care about you guys so much, but I never accepted because of one reason. I work 3 jobs to make this happen, and you guys are already doing more than enough. Right now, we're living in uncertain times. We might enter another world war. I don't want to get into this right here, but all I'm going to say is I want you guys to save the money, spend it on good stuff, you know, good tech that we do, good video games that, you know, reviews that we do on these things, or invest properly, spoil yourself, spoil your families. You guys are already doing more than enough. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. You guys are commenting down below, which I want you to. What do you think of this game? Let us help the community at large make better informed decisions from real information like you and I. And that's really what this channel is about. Word of mouth here. I don't do any advertising. And we're close to 10,000. We're not that bad for a little bit over a year. So we're doing it slowly but surely, but honestly. And that's really what I want this channel to be all about. So spread it with everybody you know. Make the family grow. You know, that's my saying right there. Spread it with everybody you know. Spread it to everybody you know. Make the family grow. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button. It helps the algorithm a lot. And definitely, I want to hear what you guys think about that. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Again, not my kind of game, but I did get pulled into it for a while. So I do kind of like it. I dig it. I see myself playing this for a while. So anyways, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, you know, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.